Hello, good morning. How's everybody doing today? Remembered your earbuds today. Hell yeah, Valiant Vanner. Also remembering Airbud. Pour one out for him. Andrew's still upset he died. Jeff, say hi to my Prec class. Hey, what's up, Prec? I believe that's supposed to be pre-K. Hello, children. How are you doing? Uh-oh, Zorro forgot their AirPods. It's going to be a long day at work. A lot of upsets last night. Woo! I was mid-Airbud convo. I was I was focusing on the one positive for me of last night, which is Marcus Smart was awesome to watch. Any opportunity I have to see my favorite player play well and actually contribute. He had 25 points last night. He was 5 for 7 from 3. I think he had 7 assists. He had a block. I think he had 5 steals. He was everywhere last night. He was such a difference maker. Unfortunately, it was for a team I hate, but it was so cool. I fell asleep watching him kick ass. Wemby, I'll be amazed, Mark. If you're not familiar, let's just get into it. We're talking about NBA playoffs last night. Maybe a little bit later we'll listen to some yacht rock and watch videos about people injecting steroids. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if anybody else is out there doing that or not. NBA playoffs last night, a lot of upsets. My beautiful Boston Celtics dropped one. I thought we would. I didn't think we were going to sweep them, but I was hoping to lose in Philly, not in Boston. It's a bummer. It's a bummer that I think he's so much Gwendolyn. It's a bummer that we dropped one in Boston. I did expect to lose one, maybe 2, but that's rough. I still think we win. Also, a lot of questionable foul calls in the first half, but that doesn't change the fact that Boston, I think I realized we were going to lose that game maybe 6 minutes left in the third. We were doing some questionable stuff. We weren't responding fast enough to Philly's changes. And I just don't think I love Boston's core. I love our young talent. I love the roster that Brad has designed for us. I completely believe in it 100%. But I don't think we can play Jordan Walsh and Baylor Shireman while down 10 in a playoff game. I just don't think we can go that deep yet. I think at least Hauser had to be on the court instead of Shireman. And I think it's too much youth and inexperience. They've been phenomenal all year, don't get me wrong. But in the playoffs, man, you shorten those rotations if we had any hope of winning that game last night, I think we would have had to construct the team a little differently. At least the playtime. We're talking B-ball already? Yeah, I've been thinking about it all night. Yeah, it was frustrating. Then Wemby, I don't know if you saw the San Antonio game. Portland won 106-103. Kudos to them. A lot of ex-Celtics on the court last night. You got Drew Holiday. You got Rob Williams. You got Kelly Olynyk. You got Luke Cornett. A lot of great Celtics players on that court last night. But if you didn't see it, Wemby went down. He fell face first into the ground, hit his chin. Looked like he 100% knocked himself out for maybe about 3-4 seconds there. He definitely has a concussion. I was reading about it. The fastest anyone has ever come back from a concussion in the NBA is 5 days. I cannot imagine Wemby comes back that fast. So it's a high fall too. Yeah, he fell from about 7 feet. He fell from about 7.5 feet. I'd be amazed if he didn't break his jaw or some sort of a facial bone because he hit so fucking hard, like right here or like right here. Be wonderful he didn't break like an orbital bone or something. And I imagine he's going to miss the next 3 games. I think it's okay because San Antonio, as constructed, can beat Portland without him, but they won't be able to beat a lot of other teams without him, if any. When you buy into a team, it makes it easy to also feel the ups and downs. Ain't that truth, E-Night? NHL games were lit last night. You know what? I was going to sit down. I saw there was some overtime But I had devoted most of the previous night to hockey, and I just felt I was in a basketball mood. And then honestly, after the Celtics lost, I was just in a bad mood. I just watched Temptation Island episodes until it was time to watch Marcus Smart for a little bit. Does a Wemby scorpion look like The Rock? That's very funny, Mark. Male stuff. Mark says male stuff. His face made the floor shake in the video. Yeah, it was brutal. Cat has a chipped tooth? Poor kitty. I'm gonna just so you know, Mark, I'm going to do this stream until 10:15 or whatever, the normal time, if I can make it that far. Fraction Man is at war with the USPS. Then I will turn around and go to the office because I got to meet Gavin to film something. I got to do Mario. Then go to the office. I'm going to film something with Gavin today. And then after that, on the way home, I'm going to go to the post office. I don't mind, Zoral. What's your question? I'm just going to sit here quietly until I hear it. Do you have any logos from all of your companies tattooed? No. I have the Ian face tattooed. I have some, excuse me. I have some regulation tattoos. I have a keyhole from the Geoff line, the stairs in a keyhole. I have an Ian face. I have a pencil with a bite out of it, and I have Don Pedro fight, but nothing that's like the regulation logo or the fuckface logo or the Rooster Teeth or Achievement Hunter or any of that shit. No, I'm not. No, I wouldn't do that. I do have Gavin's nose, but that's not a logo. Yeah, that's a good call. I always forget about that one. Yeah, Braxton Man sent his package to the wrong zip code. He's very upset with the USPS about that. Yeah, it was a bad fall. It was a bad fall. I hate to see it. Also, not the injury you think that guy's going to go down for, you know? You're expecting a leg injury and then chin. Anyway, crazy night in the NBA. A lot of upsets. Be interesting. I can't believe how much the Rockets suck. They even got KD back. They suck. It's a bummer. They need a point guard, and they need help at the center. I know they lost Steven Adams and Van Vliet to injury before Van Vliet before the year even started, but they got to do something. They are not a team. They are not a team. Do I still play Dead by Daylight? I only ever played it for work. I never played it for fun, really, so no. Last time I played Dead by Daylight would have been in a video for Achievement Hunter, or I don't think Fuckface ever played it. They haven't been a team in so long. Yeah, it's just a collection of players. Steel Tooth. Howdy, Geoff. Howdy, Steel Tooth. Mailbox Ejaculator with the big sub. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. 7-month anniversary, and you start while I'm at work. We're going to have to talk about this. More regulation gas station videos. At some point, right, we're in TCG world right now. Could you buy a new Chevy with the amount of money you've spent on tattoos? That's a great question, Mark. Man, I'd have to spend some time thinking about that. The longest I've ever been tattooed was on my sleeve, and that was probably 20 hours. Figure $100 an hour, $150 an hour with inflation. It'd be close. I don't think you could buy a Suburban. I bet I could buy maybe like a used Tahoe. Maybe a used Tahoe. Good morning. I saw some comments already on the episode where people are saying like the hypocrisy of Geoff saying a Chevy shouldn't cost $100,000 when he drives a BMW M5 that costs like $90,000. First off, it didn't. I bought it used and I did a trade in, so I think I only paid like 30 grand for that car out of cash. But that's also my point. Used to cost $90,000 to buy a fancy ass BMW in 2019, 2020, and now $100,000 to get a Chevy Suburban fully decked out. It's fucking crazy how expensive they are. Cars and houses, man. We are in the market for both, and I just can't get there mentally. Even if we could get there financially, and it's just like paying my first house. And granted, I understand I'm old. I know I'm old. Been at this for a while. I understand that. And things change. But I bought my first house when I was 23 for $92,000. So it is crazy to me to think that a Chevy would cost more than that now in my lifetime. The last second clip in today's episode was called up. I couldn't believe that happened. Couldn't believe that happened. I did have a VA loan when I bought my house, yeah. My first house. I only recently learned their house is on the market for under $100,000 in the United States. I didn't know they existed. Yeah, it's crazy. The house that I sold for $92,000 sold a couple of years ago. I keep tabs on it every once in a while, and it sold for like $450,000. I just blew my fucking mind. My song of the day was already on. Well, I wasn't really. I just threw it out there as a last second. Hold on. I'll give you a song of the day right now while I'm thinking about it. I actually probably give you 10. I was listening to some fucking music yesterday. Have we ever had Beyond the Sun? Hey, Albert. Have we ever had a song called Beyond the Sun by Amebix, Amebix? Is that on the list? If it's not, that's our song of the day. That is a fucking heavy, droning, crushing, I guess like very, I think it's probably got D beat in it, you know, that discharge D beat song about what I interpret to be somebody dying in a car accident, a friend, and the person dealing with the tragedy. It's a great song. Amebix with an X, Amebix. And if that's in there, I'll delete it from here so I don't have to save it. And I'll know to, I shouldn't, that's not gonna, okay. Amebix, Beyond the Sun. There you go, Mark. Or Braxerman. Mark's watching an alligator stun himself. Hell yeah. Thank you for the subs, CC Grace. How do you feel about the number of sports betting apps being advertised these days? Something about it bothers me. I don't have a problem with it. I don't really gamble. It's not even legal here to use those apps, but I don't have a problem. Yeah, I don't have a problem with it. I think it's dangerous, and people should exercise caution when gambling and betting. And I know it's addictive and can ruin lives, but so can alcohol, so can smoking weed, so can any kind of drug. And I'm not about policing those either. So let people make their own decisions and hope that they're healthy and responsible. But vices are called that for a reason. But yeah, I don't have a problem with it. I don't think I'd ever use them. A betting app. It'd be dangerous if they were legal here, because I definitely have an addictive personality. I do like to bet on horses when I'm in Vegas, but yeah, they don't bug me. Went and looked at a house last night for $167,000, built in the 40s, plaster walls, still has a lot of the original utilities installed alongside the modern ones. Not a great neighborhood, but the cheapest thing I found locally. $167,000 for a house is a song, man. That's crazy. Yeah, kind of, but regulating cigarette ads is useful. Sure. Yeah, if gambling is being marketed towards kids and underage people, then that's a huge fucking problem. But if adult wants to throw their money at a cigarette or a drink or a joint or Fucking heroin, I don't care, or gambling. Let adults be adults and make their own decisions. You know, if you want to destroy your life with vices, it's your life to do that with. I too have addictive personality, so I don't get the gambling apps. But my brother already used up all the free spins. I just try to funnel my addiction towards non-destructive things. Baseball cards are expensive. That's probably not the best use of my addictive personality, but sports is great. You know, I'm not doing any damage to anybody or myself when I'm sitting on my sofa watching the Celtics lose. There's nothing more expensive than a cheap luxury car or an old house that needs to be fixed. Ain't that the truth, Mark? Seems like we're in a place where it's very difficult to make advertising that won't. I also don't, I grew up with advertising. I'm a child of the 70s and the 80s. Every toy on earth I loved and I played with, I found out about because of a commercial between cartoons, you know? I was indoctrinated into the advertising world at an early age when it's how the world ran. And before social media, how else do you find out about new books, toys, movies, if not advertising, you know? And so I guess I don't have the same level of problem with it as subsequent generations. Advertising in general. The difference is everyone used to see the same ads. I was going to disagree with you lumping weed in with alcohol and heroin, then realized I just spent way too much money on weed. Just like any vice, just any vice. Coffee is a vice, you know? Coffee is supposed to be the most addictive drug in the world, they say. Part of how I make a living is replacing old air conditioners in the system like that or in relation to that in the new air conditioning system with new duct, and that is easily 5 figures nowadays. Yeah. I will say that the times that I've gambled, I've never won. Like I'll go to Vegas and Emily and I'll spend like $100 or $200 betting on horses or prop bets at the sports bet at the sports book in like, you know, a hotel for a day, and you leave basically the $200 or the $100 was the price of entry for the event because I never walk away with more than I came in with. Maybe leave at $30 or something, but you know, so I would never expect to win in gambling. I don't think I'm smart enough. Also, the stacks are, you know, the system is designed to take your money from you, not for you to win. And so I think that helps me not get into it. Caffeine in general is the second most addictive substance on earth, with the most addictive being sugar. There you go. I certainly feel that way about Laffy Taffy and banana popsicles. Working on artwork for a lawn care company called Ace of Blades. Ah, that's cute. Strange that the casino doesn't want to give you money. I'm I think I'm saved on gambling by math. I just fucking hate math. So even sitting around and playing poker with people and trying to figure out or fucking blackjack, I can do it. I understand the mechanics of it, but I just hate the math of it. I hate having to go like, well, somebody's looking at me. And I just no thank you. Morning, Chris. Cut out almost all my sugar, even drink coffee black after something he said about it being simpler. Next is cutting out coffee entirely. I tell you what I need to cut out of my life that I'm getting closer and closer to. I think the big expense in my life that is really eating away month by month and it isn't giving me enough of a return on my investment is TV subscriptions. I got to start cutting loose apps. I've been thinking about going just down to Tubi, honestly, YouTube TV for sports and Tubi because I just am so sick every fucking day. Good black coffee is so underrated. It's just TV and subscriptions are insane. I need to stop eating caramel. God, caramel's so good. This really is. Like Amazon, YouTube TV. That's what I have. Amazon, YouTube TV, Peacock, Paramount. I gotta get rid of Paramount. I think I pay some sort of ESPN. I no longer pay. I think I have Disney because it's bundled with ESPN, but I don't want it. Emily, I think we have a minimum Hulu account for something. Netflix. Like, it's fucking ridiculous. Why have subscriptions gone up so much in the past 5 years? Because they were in the race, in the OTT platform race, where every production company decided and major entertainment entity decided that they needed to have their own streaming service in the to compete in the field. They went into it looking at it as a loss leader for a certain number of years. So they were losing money on subscriptions to try to build their platforms out. And what they found was that, except for the very few, the Amazons and the Netflix of the world, I think what they found is it's incredibly difficult to run the tech behind that and incredibly expensive. And they were losing money hand over fist, and they weren't bringing in the customers that they thought they would. And then they got themselves trapped into a situation where now they have subscribers and they have this thing in the space that they have to compete in. And so they have to raise the prices and do anything that they can to try to make it profitable because they're losing their fucking asses on it because it was a dumb thing to do in the first place. They're taking Call of Duty out on day one release. Is that for Xbox? Yeah. Game Pass. That didn't bother me. Like last Call of Duty was such a disappointment. I didn't even play it. Peacock's the only one that doesn't feel like I'm being gouged these days. I do have Peacock for Southern Charm and Housewives and Summer House right now. Yeah, that's a big one. This is why I love physical media, and no one can take it away from you. Like HBO for not having it Westworld on HBO Max because they don't want to pay residuals to the actors. Yeah, I know. I agree. Totally agree. Traders on Peacock too. Yeah, that's right. I gave up on baseball already. Like I haven't watched a game since opening day because of this whole fucking MLB TV being tied to an ESPN account I don't want to have to pay for. I don't want to have. I just don't like nesting. It's bad enough on Amazon. And they took, but I have an infrastructure there I've built out. I have my BritBox on Amazon. I have my MGM Plus on Amazon. I was paying for my baseball on Amazon, and now I can no longer do that. And I'm just not going to do it. I'm just going to go down to Tubi. Just watch episodes of This Old House and Unsolved Mysteries over and over again, and just say fuck it, and probably save $150 a month minimum. That Wemby slam was tough. Do you think he'll be cleared by next game? Absolutely not. Absolutely not, Killian. I think he will probably miss the next 2 games, I would assume. He's too big. He's too important to that team, and they can't take a risk on him, especially in a series that they can win without him. The Castle Harper Fox combo trio of guards can take down the Trailblazers. Trailblazers are a good, plucky, hard flat team. They're a lot of fun to watch, and I like them a lot. But they're not going to win that series. They might take it to 6 without Wemby, but they're not going to win it. Django the Gabo says, "Hey Geoff, I only recently found you here. Just wanted to say how much love I have for everything that you've done for gaming content. You're a big hero and inspiration for me. I actually met you briefly at the first RTX UK as a Guardian and honored to shake your hand at the meet. I called you Mr. Ramsey. I felt so embarrassed afterwards, but it meant so much to me. Currently going through a lot with mental health, addiction, etc. And seeing you looking up relaxed and healthy gives me strength. Thank you. Oh my God. Thank you for stopping by. And I'd be lying if I said I remember the exact moment we met, but I'm so glad I got to meet you over there. That was a really cool event. And the Guardians in specific over there were just like fucking salt of the earth, just like really wonderful people. And I'm so happy that you're here. And, If you're going through some shit, this is a good place to go through it. It's a pretty supportive community here. Thank you, Greeky Floorboards, for that gifted sub. That's very kind of you. Marnette lives in the only part of this town that doesn't have fiber. Woof. I haven't gotten to it yet, Mark. I'm sorry. I had it queued up on my computer, and I don't know what happened. I need to get back to it. Let me write it down. You got me so busy with that book, I forgot about the other stuff. That's very kind of you to say, Zoral. It's the Regulation Podcast is as much therapy for the cast as it is, I think, maybe for the audience. It is enjoyment. Mark the Frog is curating Geoff's media consumption. He's done a surprisingly good job of it, actually. Getting support and getting better, it's a journey. Absolutely. And it's a never-ending journey, too, you know? Constantly have to strive to improve. Health, physically, mentally, emotionally. Got to constantly work at it. Next thing you know, he's going to stop streaming and take up HVAC. Maybe a few years ago. I think I'm too old. I think I'm too long in the tooth to start a career in HVAC now. There's no guarantee that the house they talk about in that show still exists in Tampa. It's just how much Tampa's grown and changed in 50 years. Like, honestly, they could have put an expressway on top of that house. We should figure it out and see if they did. HVAC simulator. I'd play it. Fucking Nick, man. I'm almost through it. Having a little bit of cough this morning, but I didn't cough at all yesterday. Just wondering if you have a backup of Break Show mail. Mine got delivered in March. Really hoping I had the correct P.O. box. There's been some weird stuff going on, Blue Vixen. Braxton Man reported, he wrote a zip code down wrong, but I still think it probably would have made its way to my inbox. But I checked the mailbox yesterday. There was one letter in it, and it was from somebody in Kansas, I want to say. I do believe that I have, thank you, Regulation Rat. I do believe, I'm going to catch up with you in a second, Calories. I do believe that I have opened every package we've received. There are a handful of letters that haven't been opened up yet. So if it was in an envelope, like a letter-sized envelope, it could still be there. But if it was a package, I think I've opened up all the packages that we've received as of Monday. But I'll be in the office later today, so I'll do a sweep just to make sure. But yeah, we should have like maybe 6 to 10 letters that I haven't opened up yet. Calorie says, "Morning, Geoff. How you feeling about the NBA playoffs so far?" As a Pistons fan, I'm very worried they're about to prove the fraud allegations correct. It's so funny. Calories. I led the show with it this morning. I talked about it off the jump for a while, but I'm not worried about the Pistons. I think they need to get punched in the mouth, feel the reality and the severity of it, and I think that they will respond in kind. They'll win that series in 6. Celtics will win in 6. Lakers will win in 5. Spurs will win in 6. Who else? Nuggets will win in 5. Yeah. Lakers in 5 for sure. I think so. We'll see. How crazy is it that LeBron can still do what he's currently doing? LeBron had a double clutch reverse dunk last night. The guy's 41 years old in a game at full speed. He scored 24 points last night or something. Hey, Geoff, you still having rat problems? Just a heads up. Rat's a neophobic, aka afraid of anything new. So if the traps aren't working, just give it time. You could try Slim Jims. Oh, you know what? I don't actually. those traps are kind of more for comedy than anything. I don't really expect the rats to. I think that the reality is that the landlord gave us rat repellent, and I doused the house in these rat repellents and put them everywhere they told me to. And I think that ran the rats off. And I've been monitoring the rat poop. There hasn't been any rat poop since I put those down. I put the rat traps down as an additional method layer, but it was more for comedy than anything. And it's already paid dividends. In this week's episode of the Regulation Podcast, it ends with a pretty funny moment. And then there's going to be another video coming out soon that also has a very funny moment, rat trap related. Went through a box of my old comic books my dad gave me. He's alive. He just wants me to sell them. And was wondering if you knew the best way to go about selling off collectibles. Comic books are a mystery to me. I've been out of that game for a very long time. And I don't know what the market is like or how to sell them. I can tell you that the way it works in baseball cards is your best bet is to go to eBay, search for the card, then filter by sold, not what people are selling it for, because you can sell a ham sandwich on eBay for $1 million if you want, but nobody's going to buy it, right? There's most of the cards on eBay are being sold at scam prices, hoping to take advantage of somebody who doesn't understand what they're worth. So look up the comic book like Alpha Flight number 32 or whatever, and then look that up, and then sort by sold, and then take the 3 or 4 most recent sales as comps, and then you can kind of figure out based on eyeball test of quality what yours would land at, and then sell it for that price or sell it for 99 cents and put it up for a 10-day auction and just see what it ends up as, Or if you don't want to go through all that trouble and there's a card shop or a comic book shop in your town, just go and ask them if they buy in bulk and ask them if they buy collections. And if they do, maybe it's easier to just hand them a box and say, give me 70 cents on the dollar or whatever. The break show's inflated prices on a few cards too. Yeah. Yeah, sorry about that. It dies down after a couple days. Marnette's going to buy a car dealership? Hell yeah. What do you think your next hobby will be? I don't know that I'll have one. Between video games and bike riding and collectibles cards, I feel pretty sated. You can sort by sold and condition. There you go. You can sell them as a lot on eBay as well, for sure. Good morning from San Antonio. What's up, Jen Bento? Earlier this week, I went to see the Tigers versus the Red Sox. It was my first ever baseball game. Sadly, Tigers lost, but I did get a regulation dog. Hell yeah. Yeah, Red Sox had the Tigers number this week. Brownwood says, for some reason, I feel like you'd be a great beekeeper. Will you ever play D&D again, Geoff? I don't think so. I'm not opposed to it. I like D&D as much as I ever did. I just don't have a friend group that is into it, and I'm not in a place where I'm making new friends at my age. And a lot of the friends that I had that did do it moved away, or we're just running different circles now. And so I think it'd be hard for me to find my way into a D&D game. And then honestly, so much of the enjoyment of D&D to me is not about the game at all. It's about the people that you're playing with and the interplay between them. And so it's, chemistry is the most important thing to me in that regard, way more important than the game. And so it's just hard it'd be really hard to luck into a group that I felt that kind of chemistry where I could fully have fun and be myself. Not making any new friends is 300 of us. No, you guys are my friends, but we're not playing D&D together. You know what I mean. I'm not going. Then you guys are coming over Wednesday night so that we can sit around my table and play D&D. Unfortunately, you guys all refuse to live in Austin. Do I have a whatnot store? I don't know what the fuck that is. Eric would definitely hate D&D. Gavin too. That's the problem. It's like it wouldn't work in regulation. And maybe Nick would give it a try. Andrew's remote, and then Gavin and Eric would tank it. The fake mods are not his friends. Yes, you guys are. Absolutely my friends. But you know what I mean. I'm talking about like an IRL going over to somebody's house. I'm not gonna like playing D&D online isn't the same to me as sitting around a table with people. Make it over once a month. I appreciate that. Bum my way to Austin right now. I'm just not interested in doing it remote. It takes sort of the tactile fun out of it for me. I'm in your bushes right now. Interns. Oh my God. Don't even start, Mark. You guys are absolutely not interns. You guys are my friends. I read the books that you recommend. I listen to the music you recommend. Eventually, I will watch the Tampa television shows you recommend. Currently rewatching Hardcore Mini Golf. I forgot how well Eric played his character. He's great. He was great in that. I really appreciated him on that shoot and what he brought to the shoot. The next youngest guy's 13 years younger than me. New friends are hard indeed. Yeah. It's just hard to find time, too, as you get older. And you develop your routines and you kind of tailor your life in a way that makes sense to you, that you get it kind of, I don't know, compartmentalized into a thing that's a well-oiled machine. And I find the older I get, maybe it's just like a natural aging thing. You get kind of set and comfortable in those patterns, and then breaking them is not always fun. I don't know, not always desirable to add. So like, and by breaking them, I mean like then adding in like every other Thursday now I go over to Bernie and Vanessa's house to play D&D. It just those things are, I guess, like harder to work in the older you get. You have less flexibility or less. I have less elasticity in that way. You still haven't run into any of us outside of RTX, Stanstead? Maybe we're just not hanging out maybe we're hanging out at different Home Depots or something. What's up, Tardy McPoo-Poo? Thank you for the sub. My Curse of Strahd campaign is finished. We started in 2020 when everyone got real jobs after college. We played basically annually. That's also hard too. It's like the older you get, the more you have going on in your life, the harder it is to get 6 people together at the same time every week to play something. There's always somebody who, even when Gus and I were running personal D&D campaigns at my old house and outside of Stinky Dragon and Heroes and Halfwits and all that, the campaigns that we did, just friend-wise campaigns that turned into those shows at Rooster Teeth eventually, they always fell apart because of schedule. They may be lucky to make it 4 months in before something fell apart. It was always so much starting and stopping, and it was always a bummer. Beaver threw away their tracking number. White box I sent is history. How big was the box, Beeford? I'm a non-practicing D&D player. I feel the same way, Jago. Can we get an info dump on the Moonlight Towers? So All Right ask was interesting to hear about it on Anma. Yeah. I can tell you what I know about the Moonlight Towers, and I apologize if this information is incorrect. I'm going to go off an imperfect memory. But in Austin, if you've ever been to Austin, we have these metal lights. It's like a big base, and they go up, and they flare out in every direction with like a metal lattice work. They go up maybe what feels like 60, 70 feet in the air, and then there's just a bunch of halogen or LEDs probably now in a ring around them, and that lights up a significant area of ground. Those are called the Moonlight Towers. And Austin is unique in that they had and still have these Moonlight Towers. There was only one other city in America that had them, I believe. I believe it was either St. Louis or Kansas City. They got them after us, and I don't think that they still have them. I don't think they're still in service. We ordered, I believe, 32 Moonlight Towers in like 1891 or so, somewhere around then, because right before the Chicago World's Fair of 1893, which became partially famous because of the serial killer H.H. Holmes, who is considered at the time the first Western serial killer, we had one in Austin 2 years previously called the Servant Girl Annihilator, which is a terrible name, but that's what happened. The Servant Girl Annihilator would go into, I think he killed 7 girls over the span of a year or so, would go into the housing of servants and, immigrant servants, and would jab a ice pick into a certain part of their brain so they couldn't move, and then would just smash their faces into jelly with an axe, they said. And the city largely overlooked it because it wasn't white women. Then, right before Christmas, they did that to a fairly prominent white woman, I believe, and even came in. There was a baby in the house, gave the kid an apple to distract them, and then killed the mom. Once again, I'm going off an imperfect memory, okay? And that was, the moment that the city decided to give a shit, obviously because of endemic racism. And so to combat that, they ordered from this company towers to illuminate the city because there were no lights, and it was dark. It was dark as dicks, and you could just walk around anywhere in the neighborhoods in pitch black and be essentially invisible. And so they ordered these Moonlight Towers to illuminate the city. They ordered 32 of them, and the only problem is it took them 10 years to make. And so we didn't end up getting them until 10 years later into the early 1900s, but we put them up, and we still have, I believe, 16 in operation. I've lived next to a couple of them. They're very cool. They're just lights. They don't look like anything special if you don't know the history behind them. But I think we have 16 that are still in operation, and we take them down from time to time and repair them. It's a very big deal to the city, and they maintain them very well. And they are, I don't know, they're like a local fixture. Probably most famously known because in Dazed and Confused, they have a party under the Moonlight Tower. There you go. That's my so all right on the Moonlight Towers. They came to us because of the very first Western serial killer, I believe, or the first American serial killer, the Servant Girl Annihilator. Never caught. I don't think they even had any ideas who it was. No suspicions. Some people think that it was because of timelines. It could have been Jack the Ripper relocating to England and all. I feel like that's nonsense. That's just a lot of people stretching to try to make connections that the reality is they're just shitty people everywhere, I know you're a big rock metal fan, but please, please, please give the British artist Ren a listen to. Absolutely incredible voice, crosses genres of rap, reggae, and indie rock. A true, true one of a kind that I genuinely think you'll appreciate. Okay, I'll give it a shot. They were put up around 1900, yeah. Like 1901 or something. Saw Wendy's concussion. Yeah, we talked about it quite a bit early, Smegulation. I would be surprised if he didn't suffer some sort of a facial fracture, and I imagine he'll miss 2 games, maybe 3. Never heard of the band Grandaddy. You could just get away with crimes back then. Yeah, you could just get away with crimes until about... I would say you could just get away with crimes till about like 1980. Damn DNA. Heard of Highly Suspect? I don't think so. Good morning. Purple Towelette. H.H. Holmes was only caught because of unpaid debts. That's true. I assume everybody here has read the Eric Larson book, Devil in the White City, which, if you haven't, is a fantastic book. Historical fiction based around the 1893 Chicago's World's Fair, which is one of the most interesting moments in American history, and highly influential, and so much of the future came from that specific World's Fair. But it was also home to H.H. Holmes, the I guess most famous serial killer of America at that time, and who created that horror house of torture, which was just really fascinating. If I had a nickel for every time one of the most infamous criminals in America got caught because they owed the IRS money, I'd be a very rich woman. There's a movie based on that book that's been threatening to go into reproduction for like 20 years. Oh, or into production? Really? That's interesting. It was a really good book when it came out. I mean, it's a good book now, but it was like, I remember being a really big deal when it came out. I read it. I would have been right around like 2004, maybe 2005, somewhere around there. I think it might have come out. Have I watched season 2 of The Pit? Fuck no. Oh, you're talking to Gwendolyn. Yeah. I said horror house. Horror house. He had a house that was built with just torture rooms and incinerators, and he quite ingeniously hired different construction firms to work on different parts of the house, and when they were in the house, he would wall the other parts of the house away, so that no one who was in the house working on it and building his rooms and his devices ever had any idea of the grand scope, so that they couldn't put 2 and 2 together and realize that he was a fucking creep. Must Love Tacos fans, the older they get, the less they can handle gory shows and movies. I have trouble with realistic gore. I can watch a horror movie all day long, but I cannot watch somebody on an operating table. My wife likes The Pit as well. Every time I walk in, there's somebody's crying because their kid just died of a fentanyl overdose, or there's some lady screaming that she loves her kids while blood's shooting out of her stomach, and they're going, I'm trying to fix it, and it's just like an hour of trauma every fucking week to work through. Thoughts on VJ Edgecombe icing out the Celtics, then winking at the camera? Oh, I think he's a future superstar. That's how superstars are made. I think he's really good. I like VJ Edgecombe. I like Tyrese Maxey a lot. I hate the Philadelphia 76ers. Not a fan of Paul George. Not a fan of Joel Embiid. Not a huge fan of Nick Nurse. Not a fan of 76ers are our biggest rival, and fuck them. But I would be lying if I said that Edgecombe and Maxey aren't fun players to watch who play good, fast, winning, high IQ, high integrity basketball. I got no knock on either of those dudes. We have to be better. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown were very good that game. The rest of our team was not. We need everybody firing on all cylinders, or most people firing on all cylinders. And like I was complaining before, I think that we have. I love our roster as it's constructed, but I think that there are some things that we just can't do in the playoffs, like give appreciable minutes on the floor to Shireman and Walsh at the same time when we're down in the third quarter. That's just, there's not enough experience between those two. I think you got to put a Hauser, or even go big with Nimi and Vooch in that moment, or I don't know, but I saw that and I thought, we're not going to win this game. When I was in the Air Force, there were definitely some hazing new guys. When we were in the Army, did we see that? Yeah, blanket parties and whatnot. Yeah, that shit's all real and existed when I was in the military. Do I ever get mail from my old last name, Fink? I don't think I've received Fink mail in 15 years, maybe. So long, I couldn't tell you. I gotta go shut this door. I can hear Emily's listening to the podcast. I can hear myself in the background. It's freaking me out. I've not watched Boots. Well, Fink wasn't my birth name either. That was an adopted name. My birth name was Jeffrey Paul Wright, which I do not identify with or as. Fink Mail's here. Ugh. I love that she listens to your podcast. Yeah, of course. I listen to hers too. How does it feel to be interrupted by yourself? Not great. Jeff Wright would be an awful anyway. I agree. Jeffrey Paul Wright. I hated it. I'd much rather be Jeffrey Laser Ramsey. I'm sure there's Fink Mail that got forgotten. Who receives Caleb at Achievement Hunter? Bernie, I guess. I don't know. I don't know who owns Achievement Hunter. I guess Warner Brothers would get it. I don't know. I imagine it doesn't work. I imagine there's no mail server. Probably just doesn't exist. Is the Rode microphone arm a good buy? Because I haven't any. It doesn't really do shit for me. I like it a lot. I do. It's been great for me. If I could recommend a game, I don't know how you feel about Zelda. I don't give a shit about it. There's a game called Moonlighter that is a combo of Zelda and Link to the Past style and a convenience store simulator. Oh, I do like convenience store simulator. But I don't give a shit about Zelda. Have I ever looked into buying Achievement Hunter back? I did. I don't want it. I could have bought it if I wanted to. I didn't think it was worth the money they were asking. And even if it would have been significantly cheaper, I don't think I would have wanted it. I don't know what I would do with it. Just leave it up as an archive. It's somebody else has done that. Yeah. I don't have any interest in Achievement Hunter. That's rearview mirror stuff for me. I loved it. I love the time. I love the people. I love what we made, but I am so focused on the future, and I don't want to be a person who spends the back half of my career trying to highlight the first half of my career, if that makes sense. I'd much, much, much rather just keep plowing forward and making new stuff and trying to reinvent what we're doing and keep just keep the ball rolling and the momentum rolling forward. There'll be a point at some point when I'm ready to stop and I'll go into a different mode where maybe I'll be more amenable to that kind of thing. But right now, I look at Rooster Teeth and Achievement Hunter as beautiful, golden, hazy, wonderful memories that are anchors to a past I don't want to live in. If that makes any sense, I hope. I don't know. By shit, I mean books, says Braxton. Is that ice cream design yours? I still have one of those shirts. It is. It is. I have it. I'll probably make something with it this summer for summer clothes. By the way, I think Ray has the idol. That would be really funny. That'd be really, really funny. Age was a time in a certain group of people, and it belongs to that time and that group. I agree. And that's not to be negative towards Achievement Hunter in any way whatsoever. It's, some of the best times of my life, some of the worst times of my life, but some of the best times of my life. A lot of the best times of my life. And I raised, it's fun to go back and look at because I can see myself raising my daughter through some of the content, which is amazing. But I don't have any interest in the reunion tour. I want to do regulation in the present and into the future. You were a whole different person back then. We all were. Yeah, I also really don't identify with that version of me anymore. And I don't like to look back. It's hard for me to look back at some older versions of me, not all of them, but that a particular version of me that existed there because that person was in a lot of pain and really unhealthy and really unhappy and really was like floundering and searching and in just such an emotionally wrecked state. And I don't like to revisit that, you know? I put a lot of work into becoming I don't know, a version of myself that isn't that. And it sucks to have a visual reminder, thousands of hours of visual reminders. You know what I mean? Like when you guys go watch your favorite old Achievement Hunter video and relive the laughter and the funs and the goofy jokes and stuff, and I can do a bit of that, but I also remember everything that went into everything that was happening in my life around that moment, and everything that went into like I can see the pain in me being expressed as comedy, and I don't know, it makes me sad. What's for dessert for your last meal? Probably cheesecake. Oh, or apple pie, maybe. Cherry pie. Nice warm cherry pie with a little bit of vanilla ice cream and a cup of black coffee. David Lynch style. Of course, it makes sense. You did something amazing, got to a point, and needed to take care of yourself, and now you're still making amazing content and living that life. The future is all you can focus on. Thanks, Ford Lover. That's a nice way to say it. I agree. Frozen chocolate-covered banana slices. That was a big thing in Austin for a little while. We had this place called Bananarchy where you could buy frozen dipped bananas. Brandon Farmahini was huge into it. Makes sense. It was a whole different experience for you than it was for us. Yeah. It sucks when you get hurt by someone, and it sucks more when that person is yourself. It's story of my fucking life. Oh, man. But yeah, it's just really hard for me to see the past without reliving the past and remembering everything that happened before that video and after, you know, before we yelled action and after we yelled cut. As someone who's been making YouTube Let's Plays for over a decade, I get that. But you also have a backlog of seeing how much you improved in your life over time. Yeah, that's true. Well, let that be, hopefully that'll be fun for other people to experience and to look at. But I'm okay with today. Joke of the day for you, mate. How do you tell the gender of an ant? You put it in water. If it sinks, it's a girl. And if it floats, it's boy ant. That's pretty funny. Thank you, Sean. This is deep, but all I can think of is the skit from the new Jackass where Poopies climbs the ladder and knocks it out from under himself. It's my favorite skit in the movie. I'm Poopies and I'll show me. I thought Poopies is a great example. I thought Poopies was the funniest part of that movie. That entire film, I thought Poopies was comedic gold on camera. Then you read about his insane drug addiction and how destructive he was on the set and off, how nobody could deal with him and handle him. He was too much, how he took the amount of money that he made. I don't think he made a lot of money off the movie, and he immediately blew it and kind of has now had to rebuild his life. And I had no idea any of that was going on watching him knock himself off a ladder. Jackass is still a thing. Jackass Final and Forever, I think is what it's called, coming out in June or July. No, that was definitely the moment of the film for me. That ladder scene. Because it's so simple and brilliant in its simplicity. And it's one of those things where you could definitely see yourself doing it. And then you see how much it hurts, and you're like, I'm glad I didn't do it, because I probably would have done that. A lot of people are idiots, unfortunately. A lot of people are ill-equipped for sudden influx of success, too, without people there to help them navigate it. A man named Poopies isn't a paragon of virtue and self-control. Hard to believe. I think he got permanent nerve damage from a shark bite in the movie. Oof. It's one of those skits that brought you right back to the Jackass roots. It really is. Just like, couldn't have been simpler to do. Like, it's the stuff that appealed to me about Jackass at the beginning. And I still love Jackass, and I'll see the new movie. But it was just when it was like, it gave the appearance of 6 friends hanging out in a backyard. And like, what do we got? We got a shovel. You know, we got some balloons and a ladder. Let's figure it out. I'm just saying in general. I was gonna go with the moment in Jackass when I think it was I don't remember if it was Jackass or CKY when they dug the hole in the yard and then covered it up, and then this is in Bam's family house, and then Phil was cutting the grass on the riding lawnmower and he rode right into the trap. I was gonna go there, but then I switched to just be generic and include the an umbrella for some reason, and then the ladder. Beanhole video gives Jackass vibes to me. Thank you. I would never want to go back to time when I was like 18 or 19. There were so many unexpected turns that brought me to where I am now. I'd never be able to intentionally get myself back to where I am now if I was trying to. Yeah, I know. I know what you mean. That was CK. I think it was CKY2K probably. Doesn't Johnny Knoxville have to catheter himself twice a day? I don't think he does anymore. I think he had to for about 4 years. But I think, I believe that is past him. I think he's back to normal now. But yeah, he was having to self-catheter to pee like 4 times a day, I believe, after he did a stunt where he, in the desert, where he tried to do a backflip on a motorcycle, I guess. And he's not a professional motorcycle rider. And so it slammed into him, and he came down, and the bar just fucking went right into his dick. One of my favorites is when Ryan Dunn does a full sprint kick, flying double kick at Bam's head. I know exactly what you mean. Yeah. Brutal. Just terrible stuff. Oh, man. Do you ever watch Dirty Sanchez? It was the British version of Jackass. I didn't. No, I didn't. Disco in the back of the box truck's a great one. On roller skates, I believe. They had the roller disco. All right. Should we play the video game? We sat here and talked for an hour this morning. Good Lord. Even Travis Pastrana couldn't get Johnny Knoxville to do that dirt backflip. I met that dude once. He was nice in person. All right. Here we go. Back-to-back still all right. I love talking about bullshit. I played BMX Triple X quite a bit, actually. All right. It's this fucking... It's like a mosh pit in here. Yeah, it is fair. 9 p.m. All right. I'm not going to say we're... There we go. Whoa, oops. You have a huge spot in your heart for... I never watched Fantasy Factory. I watched Robin Big religiously because I liked Christopher Boykin a lot. I thought he was just a really endearing, heartwarming dude on camera. And I've read a lot of the behind-the-scenes stuff about how that ended and how their friendship was largely... I don't know how much to believe when you read stuff anymore. You never know what's real. But how their friendship was largely cast and manufactured, and how by the end they were barely speaking. And it just really just kind of destroyed the illusion of what you thought were 2 really good friends spending heartwarming time together. And I don't think it was that it may have been that like that at the beginning, but I guess by the end it was not that. Really sad. Yeah, if you don't, I'll tell you this, it wasn't if you don't read about it. You know what I mean? Like, I wish I'd never read that stuff. So just don't. My biggest issue with sports betting is the unhinged people sending threats to players and their families because they lost money on a game. I mean, I feel like that's always existed. You get that's part of sports. You get players getting threats put on them and their families for losing games that have nothing to do with gambling, just for you know. just for disappointing the fans. Sports is a could be a pretty toxic place, but it can also be the most, I don't know, pretty fucking heartwarming place too. All right, I'm gonna get to you, pal. I'm gonna get to you. All right, I apologize. I just had a real run there, and this is what we're. Okay, I'll give you 20 cents for it. What do you say? All right, well. Oh. I might have just gotten bored. I wonder how much longer we'll play this. It might be time to move on soon. Huh. Sports is just your village's militia against your neighbor's village's militia, isn't it? Essentially, yes, that's correct. Crazy. He just got hit with a Forrest Gump. I think I'll go home now. That's just kind of how it happens sometimes. We'll see. We'll see how today plays out. Not bored with this. Let's see what we got. Booyah. All right. Gotta stop saying that. Woo. Yeah. All right. That feels pretty good. Let's get the ordering going. Need you. Most definitely need you. Whew. Happy. Happy to see the board game's doing well. Need you. Oh, boy. A lot of you. Glad to see those are doing well. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So recommend saying bing bong instead. Bing bong. Bing bong. I like bing bong. I'm into bing bong. We done with this? I'll do another one later. Teen Titans, something, something. Is that where you go? Yeah. You get weird looks for saying dude. I'd be fucked. I say dude constantly. The boredom might have subsided. Maybe it might have been a fleeting boredom. It might have been a hint of things to come. But I feel like I've recovered in the moment, finding things to enjoy. I work at a retail location. The door bing bongs and evokes a visceral reaction. I bet it would. Ah! Scared me with your legs. Camouflage legs came out of nowhere. Bing bong. Let me try that. Hold on, let me try it. Bing bong. Yeah. Like a bing bong. Let me try this. Bing bong. Yeah. Where do you go? Wait, oh, you probably go over here somewhere. Yeah. There you go. No. Which one are you? I have so much trouble with these things. It's here? Yeah. You guys' cards are here. Longest Bill is so glad they stopped trying to take something seriously. Malignant Ray Rot. I have to go now. I read this as I have to go now. Work time. Take care, the Twitcher 189. Hope you have a great day. Atticus Exotic Finch says, have my friend group about to do my own summer movie draft. I built a full multiplayer auction site that can host the auction. That's awesome. You know, we did, I don't know if we've talked about it, but we did do the summer movie draft already. We recorded that last week. I don't know when it's coming out, but we definitely have filmed it. And I thought it was pretty interesting. I had a lot of fun this year with it. There's some really, obviously don't want to give any spoilers or anything away, but there's some really interesting picks this year. A lot of interesting movies out there. It's going to be wild to see how it all shakes out. I'm not going to give any spoilers. Wouldn't do that. We'll have to start this bad boy up soon, huh? How am I still over on supplies? How's that possible? Can I fit another shelf right here? I bet I can't. I don't think it's big enough. I'm not going to find out. I'm not going to risk it. Airbud comes up, if you haven't listened to today's episode, Airbud comes up a fair amount in today's episode. There's some impassioned conversation by one of us around Airbud. Bottom right corner, empty of stock. It's the first time in a while I'm even remotely interested in seeing the movies come out. There's a lot of stuff to see. I just got weird deja vu talking about movies with you guys. Have we done this before? We're talking about summer drafts? I guess we must have. Weird. Okay. Why not think Spark can levitate? I'll have to go back and look at that. There's a million movies that make me cry. I'm a big crier. No, I don't want to do that. Dang. Get out of the way, dude. Hell yeah. He's working hard. This makes me want to go over here and buy a little bit of this. No. Yes. Listen to whatever Malignant Rayrot says when it comes to burnout, because I have no advice on burnout. I've been struggling with it my entire life. I have no salient or good advice on how to deal with it. Should we do a fucking, what we got here? That seems like too much. That doesn't seem like enough. Perfect. Yeah. And then for you, okay. There we go. So $35, $50, $150, $600. I'm gonna charge $35 for this. Yeah. What's up, dude? No. You bought a portable treadmill for $75 on Amazon? That's incredibly cheap. That seems like a deal. Can I pick this up and move it any further over or no? Okay. Now I can't move it at all. Now I can see if it... No, definitely doesn't fit there. I've got this fucking box in the way now, though. Super screwed. No. Keep being dumb. There we go. All right. Let's see if we can get this to work. All right. Still not going to be enough room, but that's okay. At least we tidied it up a bit. All right. See how things are going out here. Still just boxes. Leaving boxes. Leaving boxes. Fake Geoff, yes, sir, I did. And yes, it was. It was like $150, but it was 53% off. So I bought it and it arrived this morning. That's awesome. Let me know how that goes. Be cool if you get a $75 decent treadmill on Amazon. I've watched you for years through Achievement Hunter and Rooster Teeth and have been watching all the VODs and TCG. Just want to say thank you for always making me laugh through the crappiest of times. Oh, no problem. Happy to do it. If we can't laugh through the crap, what are we going to do? Cute. Somebody, for God's sakes, buy my fucking fancy cards. Maybe I'll plop these down. That'll really bring in the customers. You got PSA 2? Fucking $3 I'm going to sell that for. 1, 2, 3, 5. And... okay. Let's turn some lights on. After. All right, you're off on the price, but I like the card. I'm going to offer you $145. All right, deal. Let's go ahead and submit that. Okay. That gets us moving again. Nah. See how things are going over here. And seems okay. How's this going? Decent amount. 8 people so far. I hate when I do that. There we go. Got some frame rate. I don't know what that's all about. My dad used to tell me a bird in the hand's worth 2 in the bush until the bird shits in your hand, and then you'll wish it was in the bush instead. There you go. Oh, man. I'm just making fun of myself here. in my head. Okay, there we go. Geoff, you can have your employee stock singles if you buy bulk storage box. It's in the black shelving unit. Okay. Where'd you go? Stinkaroony. Anybody in here stink? No? There we go. Sorry for Pete, just trying to make your game easier. Game tips. Give a bonus to your bloody cashier. I give bonuses to the cashier all the time. Have a storage shelf for each item you're selling. I don't want to be that I don't want to be that organized. Use your scanner on storage shelves and trust your employees to fill the shelves. I'm doing that right now. I've been doing it all day long. I use the scanner. I just used it. You can hire someone cheap to run around and set prices for all the... I enjoy that part of it, but thank you. Yeah, I like stocking singles. I wouldn't want to hire an employee to do that. It's fun for me. At some point, I'll have to have 4 employees for the achievements of it all, but I'm happy with the setup I have now. I quite enjoy stocking singles. It's annoying when people stand in my fucking way, but what are you gonna do? That says more about the community than me. Day is done. Sure. Whatever you want, pal. Thank you. Gotta have something to do. Yeah. It's so nice to see all the old Achievement Hunter on Twitch. Yeah. You can, not just on Twitch. Everybody's got, well, some of us have other stuff too. We've got podcasts and gameplays and YouTubes and Patreons and all kinds of stuff. Get out of Geoff's way. That got me. What about Jack's game? What about it? Oh, like, should we play it? We should. I've been meaning to for a while. I have a code, and I have absolutely been meaning to, but I just don't make my way to PC very often. How are we doing time? 9:10. Okay, we're good. Thanks. Mentioning time, I was not thinking in those terms. I'll give that guy an extra $1. It was exciting to see people transition to new... Go fuck yourself. New things after his teeth. I agree. It was. I was really happy to see everybody kind of spread their entrepreneurial wings and soar. From the red webs to the stinky dragons to the astro goblins to the... %100 eats, etc., etc. Yeah, do that. It was really cool. Thank you. How are we doing over here? Good. Good. In that case, we'll leave these boxes till morning probably, but I am going to go ahead and order and load this bitch up. I love turning $800 into $1,200 with these. That's essentially what happens every time. Did I buy them or not? Because I'm not seeing them. Yeah. Longest Bill wants to know, Braxton Man, should they stream Alien or Halo? Power Wash would be Goof Off, I believe, would be how that would go. You know, you should probably pay rent. Is there actually an end to this game? I don't know. I guess when you get all the achievements, that would be the end. Level 80 required. Good Lord. Oh, look at that. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? Yes. Yes, it is nice. Okay. That should do us. Do just a little bit of stocking. And then they'll open the gates. Much love, Caspe, I think. I can't read red on black. Marnet's barely keeping it together in Alien Isolation. You think I need y'all yapping at the alien to give me anxiety? We went through and played Alien Isolation for something not too long ago. I don't know what it was. And I was amazed at how far into it we got, and we still never saw the alien. I didn't remember it being that slow in the game, or in my memory at least. Have a good dinner. See you later. Droopy cock. Falcon event. That's what it was. All right, let's fucking do it. Let's have a good day out there. 4 hours to go. Put these back. I'm just going to stand back here out of the way. Man, it is 8:29 in the morning, and these dudes are already going at it. They've got a taste for battle that can't be quenched. No, that's not how we do it. Not how we do things around here, buddy. Got plenty of those in storage. Definitely need some of those, though. More of those. Trust the employees to do their job. I realized not too long ago that I am 4 trophies away from having all trophies in Fallout 4, so I'm on a mission to finish that. Oof. That's quite a list, those trophies. / achievements. I'm sure we can figure out a way to make you a Falcon, Mark. so you don't have to miss out on that. Oh, of course not counting DLC. Obviously. Where the fuck are you? Take care of this myself. I'll be right with you in a second, customers. This is somebody wanted to make a deal or something. What we got? I would love to do the deal, but I don't have the item in question. Plenty of those. Yoink. Got my emergency boxes over here still, just in case. Everything's coming up, Geoff. Must have Taco Stone, first mile on the treadmill. Hell yeah. I should... Sure. Sure. Let's see if we're... Oh, we're so close. Let's hang out here and watch this. Any support you guys are able to give is more than appreciated, just so you know. Whether it's financial or just your eyes and your ears. Your attention and your time. We really do appreciate all any support you can throw our way. Doesn't have to be financial. We appreciate it all. It all means the same to us. Mark pays just to never hear ads. So when I was a kid, like 7, I had to go to bed. I had to go to bed. What? So when I was a kid, like 7, I had a bud who gaslit me and convinced me that Animorphs were real, and this motherfucker got me so good because a falcon happened to be nearby and cawed the moment I called. Oh, that's really funny. But Geoff, I don't think you want my eyes. Wow, we just had a good rip there. Let's see what kind of cards we just pulled, because that was atypical. What? There we go. Ooh, wow. Okay, that must mean there's not gonna be anything here, right? Yeah, but maybe there's a ghost. Yep. Perfect. Our mouths to recommend the podcast to other people. That really is a big goddamn deal. Just recommending us to people, especially people that used to like Rooster Teeth or Achievement Hunter and have no idea that we're still doing it. The amount of people that come into these streams that are just like, holy shit, I had no idea you guys are still doing stuff. It's like, it's awesome to hear when people are excited to find us. But man, I just wish it was easier to find those people and let them know about us, you know? But unfortunately, fortunately or unfortunately, Rooster Teeth was a company started on word of mouth, and that's all we really know how to do. We're not good at the other stuff. So kind of rely on word of mouth. That's why when we say, like, please tell a friend that you think might like it or that remembers us fondly, because we really don't have any other way to get in front of people. Bog Standard is the only subscription I have to anything, not just on Patreon. Literally my only subscription I pay for of any kind. Well, then let me tell you, I'm honored. genuinely honored that we could be your only subscription. Thank you very much. The guy in my office used to listen to Fuckface all the time, but dropped off. I heard he recently got back in, and first one he watched was you guys in the bath. Hell of a start back. Just screaming from the rooftops. I hear you. Regulation TV. I know not everyone is plugged into everything going on, but I always find these scenarios interesting. Like, how did you get to a random Geoff stream on a weekday morning and didn't know he was still? Sometimes it just pops up in your feed, right? And you're like, what is this? I also don't make it easy by naming myself fake Geoff, you know? I think the amount of people that come in who are legitimately confused for, 30 seconds before they realize it's me making a dumb joke, but a lot of people probably don't get past the dumb joke, you know? We've perfected the art of shooting ourselves in the foot for a laugh or for comedy, right? And if that's not the essence of what we're doing here, Fuckface Regulation World Headquarters, I don't know what is. So it feels par for the course, you know? Pretty sure this is going to need one. You. No. Interesting. I thought it would. Oh, he definitely does. Get you loaded up, bud. Okay. Uh-oh. Stockmaster. Running low on stocking. We've got those in storage. He needs to put those out. He'll put them out. Definitely need to buy these. Definitely all right. Definitely out of sight. Definitely so cool. You're my girl. Definitely. That is can't think of the name of that song. It's by the Queers, I think. Definitely out of sight. Definitely so cool. You're my girl. It's probably called Definitely. Why is these? Okay. See if I can find these motherfuckers. I'm going to do some... it seems like you're underwater a little bit here. I'm going to do my best to help you. If we're going to hire another employee, maybe it should be to help us out on this. Which one's that? That's the fancy green. It says we have it. This is what I imagine it's like every time I try to buy a pair of shoes at like a Foot Locker, and the guys are like, let me go see if we have it in the back. It's just some guy staring like this going, I don't see it. I also don't see it. It says we have it, but no, we definitely do. I thought it was so funny that a guy who calls himself Fake Geoff was challenging someone with a license plate, claiming that they were the real Geoff. Fair point. It's a fair point. There we go. Be right with you in a second, bud. Okay. Good doing business with you. With you. I think we may be at the point where we do need to hire another shelver. This seems like a lot for... Seems like a pretty pretty consistently busy here. Went to a Nike store the other day, and the guy had the whole inventory on an iPad. Oh, that's cool. That's awesome. Living in 2026. I saw the faked if I saw fake Geoff or fake Regulation Crew at this point, I would assume it's legitimate. Yeah, well, I appreciate that. Real fake Geoff. If I just named myself Jeff Ramsey, real Jeff Ramsey or something, I probably would have been a whole different scenario. Oh, well. That is the blessing and the curse of my careers. I've never been particularly smart about it. Perfect. Getting close to 9, boys. Getting close to 9. Sitting at around 60K still. See how the contest is going. Full? All right. Kick that off tomorrow. Excellent. Hello, tennis man. Yeah, I don't care, man. You're a good customer. Been a minute since we got a good mummy pull. Wonder how long it's going to be before we sell these $50,000 cards. Okay. Hello. Yeah, I don't care. We got a ton of this. Okay, it's 9 o'clock. Let's go ahead and make that your last. Jay, you check out. You're good. Thank you so much. You have a great night. Appreciate the work today. I'll take over for here as we clear everyone out. Mark the Frog, Geoff? Perhaps Geoff. It might be Geoff. Geoff? That V-Ben lost their watch, so let's keep an eye out. Definitely Jet. Highlight could be Geoff. Perhaps Geoff. I had two $40,000 cards. Were taking a while to sell. Made one the grand prize in a tournament. That's smart. Mark is Alfarius. It's giving me Anchorman vibes. Is Alfarius I'm assuming a Warhammer character? Hello? Okay. That'll be $46, man. Thank you so much. Hello, open-toed shoes. Cute. Mark's never seen Anchorman. I think I only saw it when once when it came out, but I remember being okay. I remember laughing. Don't remember much about the second one. Stuck on wall. Got this feeling down deep in my soul that I'm stuck on a wall. Guess I'm on my way to get unstuck off the wall today. I feel like there's not enough Lionel Richie in 2026. Like as a society, we could use more Lionel Richie. A calming force for our country. Would I be interested in playing any of the new Warhammer games? I don't know. Maybe. Played Bolt Gun. Still got to finish that, actually. Y'all have a good night. Take care. Stay sweet. TTFN. Really appreciate your support. Much love from the community. You guys make it possible to be a independent businessman in a big city like Goof World. Have a great night. Good luck with the meth. Gooftown Cards and Whatnot says, good evening. Oh, well, we did some improvements. Speaking of improvements, what else we got? Honestly, I mean, we can go a long way back. I don't know what we would put. We will at some point, I assume, for max expansion, but Jesus Christ. I don't know. That'd be something. As a matter of fact, speaking of something, let's go over here and we're going to find another stalker. Restock speed slow. Fast, Benji. I'm going to do it. I'm going to hire another employee. Although, maybe get Lauren. I'm an enthusiastic gamer who loves TCG. I'm eager to bring my experiences and positive energy. All right. Lauren? Where you at? Let's get started. We'll get Lauren in here to help stock. Lauren? I may have picked the wrong day to hire a new employee. Where are you? I can't find you. Lauren? How do you stink? Lauren? I don't see you. No. All right. Does anybody see my new employee? There you are. Hey, welcome to the come. First off, out the gate, that's how we do it. Gooftown, we give us a signing bonus. Now, we're going to have you restock the shelves as your primary task. We're not going to do that. But then your secondary task is going to be refill scent. That'll be your secondary. How's that sound for now? We're underwater on restock, so we're really going to appreciate and need your help. This is a critical, especially on a day like today, when we're going to have so much traffic coming in. We really got to stay on top of it. I'm going to do my best to stay on top of ordering. Yeah. Definitely got more of those. Definitely don't have more of those. Might as well. Might as well. Okay. Check out. It's a fair price. Oof. Yeah, that feels more realistic. A ship. Oh, well, whatever. Yeah. Okay. This is a ridiculous amount of people. No, we're not doing that, tennis guy. Found out I've been riding my bike wrong. Apparently, I need to slow down to encourage fat burning instead of riding 100% every time I go out. Interesting. Interesting. Thanks for the motivation, everyone. Been struggling with the baby all morning, so I was too comfy to get up yet. Bank calls, though, so I'll hopefully be back later before the stream ends. Hopefully we'll see you then, Kiku. We'll be here for another 45 minutes or so. Man, let me tell you, speaking of the bank, I finished paying taxes yesterday. Ow. But I'm done. Till June, when I have to pay taxes again. Wonga says, I don't want to read this. Hold on, let me order this shit real fast. Wonga says, Alfarius Omegon, Alfarius Omegon are the Alfarius and Omegon maybe are the twin Primarchs of the XX or Alpha Legion in 40k. At some point they died or they didn't, so now every Space Marine calls themselves Alfarius, and the Legion might be loyal, but they might not be. They issue orders that contradict and convolute their objective, and no one really knows what the objective is. Sounds familiar to our current political climate. They are always playing both the Imperium and the Chaos on both sides, so they always come out on top. My favorite Legion by far, much to Mark's disdain. I like the Sons of Horus. That's all I know so far. Mark just doesn't appreciate that people like the 4 main Chaos Legions. I think we can all understand that. $10. Sweet. Yeah. Oh boy. Think about getting the Space Wolves. Some decent box. Okay. Well, let's get something a little more. See if we got any ghosts hiding. And we do. Plop you down. I wonder where the $2,000 went. Must be $2,000 worth of $40 cards. Most people suck at small talk. I used to Uber, and it was fun gauging if people wanted to talk or wanted me to shut the fuck up. I can offer you $24.70 for it. I'm taking on a lot of risk though at that price. All right. Let's see. Can I sell this? It must have been a... Didn't I just... There it is. Geoff, what's your longest piss? I don't know. It's a good question. I don't know. A long time. I can and have pissed for a long time. But I don't think I've ever... I mean, I've timed pisses before, don't get me wrong. Obviously, I've I did that piss waterfall thing for episode 1 of regulation, but I don't remember I don't think I've ever like sat down to time my absolute longest piss. How about you? What's your longest piss? It's gonna be impossible to get these before the 2 employees do now. That's okay. Which means they're doing their job. 48 inches is your longest piss? I doubt there's a record holder in just the however many pisses I captured there, 10 or 20 or whatever. Probably like a minute. I'm sure I've pissed for a minute before, I would think, yeah. It is something to ponder. No. No. How's this tournament going? Good. Are you guys talking about the tournament? Round 4, huh? Okay. Yeah. Buy the expensive cards. Seems like, oh, come on, buy that card. From one of Adam Sandler's albums. Yeah, it was Stop making They're All Gonna Laugh at You, right? Is that what it's called? That came out, Adam Sandler's first comedy came out when I was 18 and in the Army. And my roommate, one of my best friends of my life, Michael and I, we listened to that over and over and over again. They're All Gonna Laugh at You and Fatty Magoo and The Longest Piss and all. That was so funny to an 18-year-old me. Well, I bet he made $1 billion off that album. It was everywhere when I was that age. Did the big card sell? I wish. Still holding out hope. We're going to get there. Look at how fucking crowded this place is. So cool. Round 4 going well. A lot on the line. The thing that always makes me laugh is "Kick It In, Pele" from that album. It's the first thing I think of when I think of that CD. Kick it in, Pele. Or way to kick it in, Pele. I think that's what he says. Oh, that tickled me when I was a kid. So sorry about the Celtics game yesterday. I'm riding last night's high as a Blazer fan, though. Yeah, that was a good win for the Blazers. I mean, obviously it came at a terrible tragedy for the Spurs that you don't want to see. And I'm real bummed that Wemby went down just because you want to see someone of his caliber perform on the highest stage when it counts the most. That's how legends are created. That's how GOATs are created, and you hate to see him go down, so you hope he'll be back soon. But I fully anticipate he'll miss 2 games, and if that's the case, I think Portland takes this to 6. San Antonio's going to win. They're going to win without Wemby, but it'll go 6. At least I think. But what do I know? We just have 3 regulations in the unit, and we made them spell it that way. Didn't I just fill these up? I guess I didn't. I thought I did. I definitely don't have any of those. Okay, let's get those on order. Look at that. Look at that. You guys are finding your seating. All right. It's going to be me, you. All right. Okay. Let's just get that going. Whew. Let's go ahead and load that bad boy up. We have the money to expand. I just don't know what we would do with it. You know what I mean? We will at some point. We'll have to, but I mean, I don't know that we'll have to, but for achievement's sakes, we'll probably have to. Computer. All right. I'm gonna let this. Man, I've been busy at this register for a minute. Unless these people are all just milling about and gonna leave. Checking out my poster or the mummies. Can't. Or are you just fusing with another human? Interesting. This is not a walkway. You can still buy stuff. The sign's not been flipped. FYI. Feel free to still buy stuff. Just ordered my daughter's kindergarten cap and gown. Oh, and I'm an emotional mess. She's growing up too fast. Oh, Skogie Madden. Millie didn't wear a cap and gown for kindergarten, but that is so cute. Ugh, that's the best. You got a long time ahead of you before you have to worry. You've got so much childhood ahead of you to enjoy. You got every grade. Each grade's more fun than the last. Until high school. Then maybe it's not as much fun. Grade school is the best, though. I fucking loved going to grade school. Talent shows and end-of-the-year performances and recitals. And it was the best. I have so many videos on my phone of young Millie doing stuff at talent shows. Or like when she was in the band for that year. Playing trumpet. It was great. 2 years she did band? Yeah. Thank you. I'll get yeah, I'm going to get to you, man. It's just going to be a minute. I apologize. I'm pretty swamped over here. Let me... All right, there we go. If anyone wants to sneak in and buy the crazy expensive card, feel free. I think this will probably be our last day of TCG after we end tonight. As we approach the 10:15 time stop. I have to switch gears and host tomorrow's Mario Party release as soon as we're done here. I believe it's day 23 we're shooting. I know Geoff wanted me to send a link of the new single my band's putting out Friday, so here it is. All right. I opened it up, so I'll listen to it later. Thanks for sending that along. High school sucked for your Vat V band. High school was the fucking worst. I hated it. Ugh. Yeah, I hated it. Sad how fast Mario Party March and April is going. It doesn't feel like it on my end, let me tell you. Definitely doesn't feel like it for us. Thank you, Geoff. It's not out yet, but it'll be out Friday. I can email it to you. Yeah, it's okay. I got the page open, so I can just refresh it on Friday. Or if feel free to drop me a reminder in the regulation stream on Friday at 4 p.m. I made money today? Did not. That's okay, though. That's okay. This is where we're going to stop it before the game gets going. Pretty successful. Any achievements today? Capitalism home, made 30,000 profit in a day. That was yesterday. Reach 100. 4 workers, we're close. 8 workers, ridiculous. Open 1,000 packs. I wish that this tracked. Got 1,500 cards, 2,500 cards, 20 shop expansions. Obtained a full art foil ghost card. Oof. 100 gem mint graded cards. 500. Collected a set. You can only send these off 8 at a time. That's rough. Collected a set of cards from grade 1 to grade 10 and sold. Yeah, it's going to be some fun stuff. I like this little ombre that's going on the dashboard there. I wonder what that is. The game is always getting going. Geoff is winding down early. I didn't even have a chance to warm up the Braxer plan. I'm not winding. Yeah, I just don't want to. Yeah, that's enough. I don't want to stop playing TCG, but I kind of want to take a break from TCG. I don't know. Today's Wednesday, right? Is that correct? Yeah. Maybe do the book game next. Maybe take a break for a week or even just a day. Try something else. Go back to Peggle, definitely not. Definitely not. You can always come back. Yeah, sure, secretly. Just like we came back to Gas Station Simulator and Roadcraft and Bolt Gun and Power Wash and Barn Finders and poor Dave the Diver just got fucking forgot about. Malignant Rare Route. This is the physical benefits of youth. Yeah. Having an limitless supply of energy was nice. Thank you for the sub, LER. You think Pistons tie the series tonight? I do. I think Pistons win in 6. I'm playing through Baldur's Gate. Maybe 5. No, they win in 6. I already gave you guys an episode, song of the episode. We didn't forget that. It was, I don't know. It was an Amoebic song. What was it? Beyond the Setting Sun? Is that maybe what it was? Oblivion in the corner of Geoff's hard drive as a desiccated husk. I'd love to get back to Oblivion as well, honestly. It's been so long, I probably should start over because I doubt I'll be able to remember any of it. Did you see Marcus Smart dominate for the Lakers last night? Cody, that was the only good part of the night for me. The Celtics game was hard to watch. It was frustrating. I knew we were going to lose. Like I said, about halfway through the third, I just had a feeling we didn't have it. And they had our number. We just weren't responding properly quickly enough. So it was pretty depressing. So instead, I fell asleep watching Marcus Smart fucking dominate. Smarty had, I want to say 25 points, maybe. He had 2 rebounds. I'm going off memory. He had 2 rebounds, 7 assists, 1 block, and 5 steals. That's huge. He was all over the place. It was prime Marcus Smart. Fuck the Lakers. I fucking hate the Lakers. Enemy of the Celtics. But it was so good to watch my man Marcus Smart be prime Marcus Smart for a night. It was great. It was awesome. It was really, really, really fun. Incapable of quitting a game without feeling the guilt of having abandoned it. That ain't that the fucking truth, Malignant. You just nailed me at my core. Yeah. The mug is sick? Oh, thanks. Are you referring to the Popsick mug? Available at jefframsey.store. Shameless promotion. A slurpler with a sippy cup lid. We've talked about doing a lidler a couple times in the past, but I think the McDonald's large lid works on it, and so just use that for free, I guess. Thank you for making it pink. Hell yeah. Malignant's the Ray Rot's the Geoff Whisperer. I got a white hat from y'all's store. My hands are always so dirty I can never wear it. I can't imagine you being the kind of guy that can afford to wear a lot of white, Mark. You seem like you get in the muck. You always got you're either like HVAC in or doing something in your house, or you're painting the miniatures. Seems like there's a lot of color in your life. I'll have to go thrifting. Good luck. My partner has been living in her kind lady sweater since we got it for sure. Hell yeah, Wongus. Great, that's great. Walk into McDonald's, ask for a single cup lid. No explanation. Absolutely. My Zim shirt is covered in oil stains, so live your life, Mark. All my stuff is covered in stains at some point. I don't know if you guys would ever have a beanie made, but I'd buy that in a heartbeat. I don't know. That's something to think about. I wish the kind lady sweatshirt was a hoodie, more of a hoodie guy. I'll probably make one at some point. I can make one at some point. I made a hoodie for. Did I make a hoodie for Sworn? I believe that I wore it just the other day. It's cozy. I like the blank a lot, so I could do that. I could make a kind lady hoodie. Some things you don't buy to wear. Some things you buy just to put on a shelf and enjoy the sight of. Yes, 100%. Completely agree. Did you play Retro Rewind? I have not played it yet, no. Pat's shirt is on the way. Hell yeah. I only wear black shirts. The stains don't exist. Mark has so much stained black clothing. With Jeff's permission, I can get customs made and send it to you and whoever wants one. My permission of what? Kind lady patch? Go for it. I don't own that image. That's hobo code. I'm appropriating it because it's free. It's just a piece of hobo code. Anybody in the world can do whatever they want with that image. The kind lady image, at least. Hey, Geoff, first time catching you live. Been watching the VODs on YouTube. Really love you, man. Really love you, too. Thank you for saying that. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the community. Hopefully you'll stick around. Fun fact, hydrochloric acid can stain black clothing. There you go. Learn something new every day here at the morning coffee stream. Have you heard of the band Hum? I've been super obsessed with their song Stars and the album that comes from You'd Prefer an Astronaut. No, I don't think so. That reminds me of a song called... Who wrote that song? Let's Talk About Spaceships? Is that what it is? Dude, all right, not the same band. But there's a band that we're going to have 2 songs of the episode then. Because you just reminded me of a song that I really like. There's a band called Say Hi, and the song is called Let's Talk About Spaceships. That is a great song. So Amoebics Beyond the Setting Sun, Let's Talk About Spaceships by Say Hi. Those are our 2 songs of the episode. My anarchist roommate that passed in 2024 was homeless for 12 years as a crust punk street kid. The hobo code meant a lot to him, and the kind lady symbol always makes me think of him now. That's great. I mean, it's not great that he died. That's heartbreaking that he died. And I'm sorry that you lost your friend, but it's cool that it brings back some sort of a positive memory and association with you. You were talking the other day about listening to Japanese and Korean bands. Do you know the Japanese punk band Octobe Beaver? I don't think so. I listen to less Japanese punk and more Japanese hardcore. The Japanese hardcore is really, really fun. Shoegazy hardcore song. Okay. Prefer an astronaut. All right, I'll check it out. The earlier song was already on the playlist. The Amoebic song was already on the playlist. God damn. I'm just going off pictures on my phone that I can't. I don't know, like, when I took the photo or, like, if I've ever mentioned it before. You know what? So are we good on a song of the episode then? Because if not, I can add more. I've really been collecting them. It's just hard for me to remember if I've ever mentioned them or not. Eventually the playlist will get full. I don't know. My playlist has got thousands of songs on it. We could do a band I've been thinking about a lot lately. And they used to be a big part of my life. They were a big part of the scene when I was growing up. And you don't ever hear about them anymore. And I wonder if they've been forgotten to time. And if so, it's a shame because they were brilliant. The sci-fi surf rock, space rock band called Man or Astro Man. Are you guys familiar with Man or Astro Man? They've been mostly instrumental, kind of spacey surf rock. And they would take tons of samples and clips from sci-fi movies and properties and work them into songs. And they were brilliant. Still are, if they still make music together. From Auburn, Alabama, actually, from University of Auburn. Don't let that, don't hold that against them. I think we'll do, since we already had Amoebics on there, and Let's Talk About Spaceships just came out of nowhere, we'll do Destination Venus, which isn't an instrumental. There's lyrics. But we'll do Destination Venus by Man or Astro Man. And Let's Talk About Spaceships by Say Hi. And I guess if the Amoebic song is already there, then it's already there. Old Music Talk has reminded me. You called ska was coming back this year. Our campus studio just did their ska. Ska is coming back, by the way. I might have been the tiniest bit early on that. I didn't call ska back. Eric did, but it is definitely coming back. I called swing back, and I'm right about that too. I'm pretty sure. Pace Car. Death metal band called Megachurch. Mostly independent artists on it too, minus Youngblood. Mark gives up. Scott never did it for not actually Irish. Yeah, it was Eric that said Scott's coming back. The previous year, I said swing is coming back, and it is. Did Man or Astro Man send imposters to play for them at some point? I don't know, but they did. They did have fucking amazing live shows. I saw them play once at Emo's, and they had this thing called the ENIAC. Is that what it's called? EVIAC? This was so many years ago. I was in my early 20s. This is the EVIAC. It was this music machine, and they all had jumpsuits, and God, they were so fucking fun. They were so fun. Who are my favorite rappers besides Polo G? Oh, I don't know that Polo G is one of my favorite rappers. I just listen to him a lot. I like him a lot. I like Draco. I like Polo G. I like Earl Sweatshirt. I like Action Bronson a lot. Native Nod, do they count? Mike. I like Mike. I actually have a Mike song I was going to do as a song of the episode soon. It's hold on, gotta look through. Oh yeah. I mean, I could keep going for days on music, but I'll probably do it in the future. But there's a Mike song I want to do as a song of the day soon. But Tierra Whack, No Name, Lil Sims. Oh, I haven't listened to Lil Sims in a long time. China, Jungle Pussy. Yeah, I don't know. Nobody else is coming to mind. That song she has, Boston. I don't know the name of the song, but Boston Address, maybe. That's such a fucking cool song. They're both awesome live. That's cool. I've never seen Earl Sweatshirt, but I have seen Action Bronson live. Obviously, Doom. Most of what I listen to is Doom, MF Doom, or King Ghidra, or uh, Victor Vaughn. All of his different monikers I listen to a lot. Just popping in and say, I'm glad I found your Twitch channel. Watched your content back in the AH days and lost track of everyone for a while. Hope things have been good. Things have been great, and I'm glad you found us too. Hopefully, you'll check out the Regulation Podcast. That's what Gavin and I do for our main source of business these days. These streams are basically just to drink coffee and hang out and promote the Regulation Company. So if you get a chance, check us out on YouTube or Patreon or here. Super. I like JPEG Mafia a little bit. Who else? Clipping. Von Doom. That's cool. That sounds cool. Joey Badass uses a lot of Doom beats. Yeah. You know what? Someone asked you if Gus is still mad at you. No, we're fine. We just are good at getting under each other's skin instantly. But no, we're not mad at each other. He's not mad at me. We're fine. All right. I think I'm going to probably fuck off and get ready for Mario. Thanks for hanging out this morning. Thank you for hanging out this week. Apologies for missing the Monday stream. Was happy to double up yesterday. Oh, we didn't even talk about yesterday's afternoon stream. We had an unsanctioned illegal stream, and I wanted to hear your feedback on it. I wanted to hear your opinions on it. Maybe I could stick around for a minute or two if anybody has any. I had a really good time doing it, but I just don't know the efficacy of that kind of stream and if there's a genuine desire for it, you know? So opening the cards obviously was easy, but like the sorting and stuff, I just don't know if that's fun. I don't know. I worry. I get real self-conscious about it when I'm doing it. So I don't want to do it just to do it. You know, I don't want to run people off because they're like, oh no, I thought Jeff's streams were going to be fun, but now they're just boring. It's just him looking at the backs of cards. I can't hang with this. And so I get super self-conscious about it. But I did enjoy doing it. So anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Don't forget, Regulation Podcast episode 102 came out today. It's a good one. If you ever wanted to understand what Never Learn was all about, I believe it's covered in the last couple of minutes of the episode. Need better notifications about it. Yeah. Oh, what was that about background noise? Also perfect for background noise. Okay. Drew said it was great. You could have stayed TCG if you wanted to even, though you decided not to and just chat. And that was so fun. Love watching people organize things. If you didn't open anything and just organize, I'd love that. Thank you, Drew. Thank you so much for saying that. And I would probably have stuck around and played TCG, but I saw Eric streaming and somebody said we should raid him, and I wanted to send some love his way. So that's why I chose to do that. And that was actually fun because I watched a little bit of Eric's stream, and I got to be honest, I'm jealous of him playing licensed music on his stream. I'd like to be able to do that. He played Yacht Rock the whole time. I just could never get away with putting those streams on YouTube. So maybe I do like, and I don't want to get my account flagged or banned, but he seems fine. So I don't know. Anyway, thank you, everybody. Love you all. Don't forget, Regulation Podcast 102 today. Don't forget, Friday at 4 p.m. Central Time, we will be streaming twitch.tv/The Regulation Pod, where we will do, I think we're going to do something fun. I think we're going to do something you're going to want to check out this week. I think this might be a particularly good one. I don't want to jinx myself and say what it's going to be in case we can't pull it together. But if we can pull it together, I think it's going to be a really fun stream this week. Really fun Friday stream. All right. Thank you so much, everybody. I love you. Have a great day, and I will see you later.